Okay, ready? Come on.
Okay. Inside Out 2. We're playing golf.
Welcome to Smack Talk.
Welcome back to Smack Talk. I'm Jared.
Okay. I'm Austin.
God, I remember saying your name.
I said it.
Well, did you like the fucking movie?
Okay. I mean, you want to get straight into like scores, or you want me to just say like yes?
Open with scores, maybe.
Okay. Yes, I love the movie. Very good.
I thought it was really good. I thought it definitely wasn't as good as the first one.
Okay.
For
I don't
me.
like. You're the second person to say that to me, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll acknowledge recency bias, but I think this was way better than the first one.
Okay, really? No,
Yeah.
you're insane.
It could be recency
If
bias.
that's the
I
case.
also
I do think there might be
I haven't
some
watched the
of
first
it.
one in a while.
Oh yeah, we should
but-
rewatch the first one, especially.
We
the
should
last
have, yeah. But
one. Well, I
hate
know it
myself.
really well. Is the thing. Like I have it really.
Um, What did that do? Oh, it zoomed in. It's taking so much time. How much power did you do?
The full power.
Oh my god!
Off to a bad start for us.
I know. Jeez Louise. Okay,
But you know what was
This
off to a
is
good
distracting.
start? This movie.
yeah, solid start. I wrote some notes. Hang on.
Okay.
You want to start at the beginning? What'd you like about the beginning?
Okay, I really, really liked the beginning. I think it was a victory lap for the first movie, but not too much of just like recapping everything that happened.
Yeah.
I think that was fine for me. I think I love a lot of the concepts in this movie, and I could tell from the beginning that was going to be a good thing about this movie. Like, first of all, anxiety and envy especially. I just love their performances so much. I'm really softly in love with Iowa Debris.
Is this what you did? I'm not watching. I'm just looking at you and stuff.
Good. That's unbiased playing.
Yeah.
I really, really love Iowa Debris, and then Maya Hawke did really well. I've only ever seen her in Stranger Things, but
I'm gonna be the normie person of this review. I don't know. I know Amy Poehler if she still voices Joy.
she does.
They changed Bill Hader.
Changed Bill
That wasn't
Hader.
him. So I don't know anybody.
They
Was
changed
that
Bill Hader,
CS?
and they changed what's her name from The Office.
I want to say Lewis Black is Anger. Is that right?
I don't know that one. I've never done that one.
It sounds like if that's his name, it sounds like him. I know who I'm thinking of,
But fuck, I forgot her fucking name. But people probably do have cheat sheets when they're doing reviews. But the girl, Mindy Kaling. Mindy Kaling from The Office.
is who?
She's discussed.
Oh, okay.
And can you double check that?
How are we doing the exact same thing when I'm not
was.
looking at what you did?
Oh yeah, she was. Mindy Kaling
okay.
was discussed, and she wasn't discussed this time. Everybody else returned.
Well, not to be that person then. I kind of remember not liking Discuss's performance, and I really like Discuss's performance in this movie. But I didn't know who either person was.
Look up if the new actress is a woman of color.
Oh no!
Let's
Why
see
would
if he's
you say that?
racist.
Okay, I do have something problematic to say later, though.
Good.
Oh, no, I'm not even kidding. I do have something.
Yeah, Austin has something to say about the little girl's locker room scene.
You joke, but
okay. Anyways, the joke is what if you were a pet?
oh yeah, what if? And then we're gonna see it to fruition, and then
yeah. Then we can start to analyze whether or not it was worth it. Okay. Anyways, fuck. So the beginning I really super loved. I think there was only a turning point into a little bit negative for me, like things that I just wasn't that cool with when we did the first Pouchy joke. The first Pouchy joke, or whatever it was, it was Pouchy, right?
what? What am I supposed to do?
You just gotta go straight up. But I thought that was very just like easy comedy stuff. Like maybe it's just the comedy that kids will laugh at now. But I was just like, like this isn't the comedy I remember from the first movie. I'm sure it's probably fine, like retroactively, or even if I was a kid at this age too. But
Well, okay, but see, I think they were playing with nostalgia for the if you were 7 years old when the first one came out, that is the nostalgic joke for you. I'm not saying that's I
That's
still don't
true.
think anyone really found it funny, especially the first set of jokes. But I do think that was the logic of the screenwriter being like,
yeah,
What's-
well, that's the thing. It almost felt a little too logical for me. The logic in how this is funny, instead of it being like actually funny, which for me, like going way too far ahead. But the sticking your hand into the throat like multiple times, genuinely funny. that is just like
That was very
graphically funny.
I do think that's very funny.
And then just like he got real intense about it too. He's like, I'd love to see you try.
Can I just go ahead and say my problematic thing since you've brought this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way we can cut this whole part of the video out.
Okay. I'm just saying, I don't think this will be a trilogy. But if we had to see Riley's sexual awakening, I think anger fucks Pouchy. And like that happens in the room, and that's like
deeply problematic.
I hope she doesn't have it until 18, but
yeah. Everybody hopes.
But like, you know, if we were to see that,
I'm gonna hard turn.
Okay, cool.
I do think they could do a trilogy with this.
Okay.
And I think why you're still. I know you're stuck on the fucking Pouchy thing.
I just think anger really. Why is he wearing him on his belt and like instead of his hip? You know.
Yeah. So all he does is he turns it around.
But, I mean, I don't know. Pouchy, like the dog wearing Pouchy wasn't like that, but anger was.
Yeah.
And
there's a reason.
It's animated, so everything's a choice.
Yeah. And there's a real like hate fuck kind of situation there with anger.
Fuck.
And he was like, I'd love to see you try. And then they kept trying, you know?
I mean, as long as you agree, I don't have to
I see what your absolutely batshit insane take is, and I accept the
I don't want to see
Riley's
Riley's sexual awakening. I'm just saying in the hypothetical third movie, that's how it would happen.
No matter the cost, you're putting this down as your prediction.
Well, I mean, the way the movie's formatted is we also have to see what's going on in the brain for it to make sense outside. Yeah. So that's what would happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
I think that is a totally different emotion if I had to guess. This is what I'm saying. If there was a 3, I think we hit grief hard. You know?
Dead parent?
I was going to go with dead friend just because dead parent is so overdone. You know?
Okay. Man, you're segueing so well into like what I actually want to talk about. Okay. Can I give this movie one of my favorite personal praises?
Sure.
Okay. So you're saying like certain cliches are just so overdone. I am so happy that Riley sneaks in to read the book and she doesn't get in trouble for that. Oh my God. That is so refreshing.
No, yeah.
I love that so
It's
much.
good. I always give a movie points when something that I didn't predict or something that I predicted doesn't happen, no matter what it is, as long as it makes sense, you know? Like, I was like, what was I? There was something towards the end with like Joy and everything where like it was all just gonna fall apart, and I kind of knew that. I do kind of hate that there was like they're basically the same story where they like get all the way out there and they don't know how to get back. That's the whole structure of the first movie. And so I was like, okay, you know, I'm basically watching that again. But a lot of the concepts are what saved it for me because the concepts were so incredibly strong. What the fuck? That it made me so happy to get those same scenes that I think are very crowd pleasing in a fine way that I don't care. But what I really came to this movie to see was like how we handle anxiety and the fact that that is me. That is me and it's nobody else, and I'm invalidating everybody's emotions and like everybody in the world's emotions. Oh, did I die again?
This is your turn too.
No, this is my.
This is your second putt.
Oh, okay.
This is second.
Am I insane?
You're alienating our hot girls with tummy problems audience.
I don't need more of those. I don't need any more of those. I got so many of those. I got tummy girls out my asshole. Okay? I don't need any more.
I mean, hot girls with tummy problems are the #1 Patreon. I mean, this is Jared's belief, not mine, for the record.
That's not what I said.
Fuck.
We'll start going into your beliefs that you didn't say.
No, mine got swerved actually. So yeah, I just think that's so good. Another really big favorite. This one isn't like a screenwriting subversion, but I just really like that they went into the imagination. This was very SpongeBob, like what's his name?
Yeah.
And they had like an inside out version of that where everyone's creating anxiety memories.
I thought
really
that was
like
genius.
That. I think it's really good. I'm not trying to steal Inside Out School or anything. I've definitely had that thought before of like anxiety doing that stuff, but never like played with it. I think they played with it really well of like imagination can be used in a bad way, and that's like a good showcase of a bad way to use imagination. I really like that.
There's no
I
possible
almost
way.
wish I almost wish that there was like a horror version of Inside Out, and you could just like see all the different ways that the murderer was plotting to like what they wanted to do the victim. If there was ever like, I would eat that up. If there was ever.
Well, it's such a like brilliant depiction, like brilliant and like widespread depiction of like how thinking works that it's so relatable you can't like do anything but see yourself in it. And so it's just my experience of watching this movie. I know I can't convey this, especially through just this video or whatever, but like to you, my friend, that is how I operate. I have told Michaela this 1,000,000 times, 1,000,000 times. The fact that they did so many like tangent like contingencies, that's not the word I was looking for, contingencies of like what's gonna happen or whatever, that's how I operate minute to minute. And it's like, oh shit, do I have anxiety? But it was just so, I don't know, that is what made the movie probably like a 9 for me over an 8, whereas like 1 for me is a 10, is because I think that was just such a strong like approach to that I didn't expect it to be so on point, you know?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of like movies tend to do this where it's like, well, we need filler stuff. Like the objective is basically go get the core belief and bring it back. But we need subversions along the way. And sometimes subversions can feel very plotty or just like ultimately irrelevant.
Yeah.
That wasn't irrelevant, right? I mean, that distraction of like, well, what's going on with the imagination does play a role in the A plot, which is really good. I think that is masterclass screenwriting. Yeah. To where things like, I mean, the sarcasm is relevant, like it happens directly from the A plot, but ultimately,
yeah, that one is less strong for me for sure.
But it also does help. It streamlines all the memories going to the belief bank. So like that's one's also really good, but I wish I remember the first movie better. There's certainly distractions in the first movie, and that's one of the reasons why I think this one's a little bit better, where it's like the things, happiness and sadness, like deal with on the way to get back to headquarters
have a lot to do with the main plot. Yeah, the first movie is a lot of like, ooh, look at this thing, and then they do sort of a thing at the end where they like incorporate all of the stuff that they've used into getting back in, but it's more of like an action scene than it is like a plot relevance thing. So I totally get what you're saying with that. I do think that some of it just wasn't plainly as like necessary feeling to me, where it was like, oh, in the first movie it served the purpose of showing us like the functions of the mind and whatever and all of that, and I really enjoyed it. But in this one it's kind of like, okay, we're going back through some of the we're going back through some of like the old hits. I was kind of worried going back into the imagination land, having seen it in the first movie and being like, whoa, we're gonna play this record again, like for real. But then I just wasn't trusting it enough, honestly, because it was perfectly fine and it was necessary. That was the best one.
How big is Family Island in the first one? I really like that Family Island's really small.
It's really big. Yeah, I like that a lot too.
I like that it was small in the
beginning.
think
that's true. I think this is completely random. But yeah, no, that made me happy. It was just so accurate all the time that I'm impressed they did it again. And the beliefs thing, I think, was a major thing that was unused. Holy shit! In the first movie, that like kind of wraps it all together and makes it make sense into like how people are different people. There was some stuff specifically like. I missed some of the end credit scene where like the parents' anxieties came back. That I was like, interesting. I actually would like expansion on that maybe. But I think everything else was good for me. I did think that like just the middle wasn't as strong as the beginning and ending. Like ending 10 out of 10.
Repeat what you just said.
The beginning and ending were better than the middle. Ending 10 out of 10, beginning 9 out of 10, and I give, I think, the middle like an 8 out of 10.
Man, I don't know. My big praise for this is I feel like the middle was way better than the first movie.
Really?
But again, just kind of might be recency bias, but I thought the middle was really good. I was really appreciative of the pacing. We have 3 days to get through. The first one, second day, are really snappy. Like we're in it. I get the premise. I get it. Like first day of practice, second day's the party, third day's the scrimmage. I felt really good to me. Like every day's kind of important, and each one has its own minor stakes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the pacing in the middle was really good, and I liked it.
Yeah.
You got into a little bit of nitpicks. I want to give some content for the
Okay.
haters. I got some nitpicks.
Yeah, nitpicks are
Okay.
good.
First nitpick. They find the job parade balloons.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Joy is like, this job is underpaid. This job doesn't get enough recognition. Yeah, let's go with the Supreme Court justice. What aside from comedy, what's the point of nitpicking the balloons? Won't any balloon do to get them out of there? They're all the same size.
It's just a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like in a rush. So like,
Yeah.
I
No,
nitpick.
I totally thought of that. I was like, this is silly. This is just a silly moment.
Yeah, that's just a silly.
Yeah. When a lot of that stuff usually has function.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like it'd be an easy fix. Just make the perfect job the biggest balloon.
Maybe the balloons that have more weight in your mind, like they're giving reasons why the other ones won't work. So maybe the ideas float the best, you know? Like when you float an idea.
I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I think it's earned the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Just fun. It just
I'm rationalizing it for the sake of the movie.
sure. Second nitpick. This is what I wrote in the car mostly. I wrote the dad sucks and is stupid and ugly, and I don't like him. He's stinky,
with him?
has a bad voice. I think his voice actor's bad. He's kind of
What's wrong
ugly and
with him?
stinky.
What
Just
are
to be
you doing?
frank, unless Frank is the
my
name of the
God.
dad, I didn't bother to learn it. If it is his name, then
I'm so
I don't want to be
sad
Frank, and I
about
want to
this.
keep going.
He's like one of the top 10 Pixar hot dads or whatever.
People have bad takes in because all he does is call his daughter monkey, and that's not enough for me. And I just thought he was.
I mean, he suffers
I wish-
from like movie menism.
I also wanted to circle back to like you wish grief was the next emotion in 3, and I agree. But I'm gonna.
Kill the
I want
dad?
dad. Yeah, I don't want the dead friend.
Interesting, because then I think you could get into like, oh, the thing about grief is that sometimes you like realize how people weren't that great, you know, and like if you really want. Well, I'm saying
that's
this.
a movie for me.
I hear you, but part of it is it's like the accepting the premise of the fact that he's a bad dad, but he's a loving dad is like what people write dads as a lot recently, you know.
Sure, but I
And
just
so
felt
it's
like,
just
the
like-
mom had a good moment. The dad was stinky poo poo.
Yeah, I was okay with him. I mean, I just think he got a lot of attention in the first one.
Oh
I think the
my
parents got a lot of
God.
attention in the first one, no matter what. So I was just kind of okay with skipping out on the parents this time, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. But the mom still got a good moment. Why? Third nitpick. I probably have others if I really thought about it, but
doesn't know this is the beginning
such
of
a no way.
That's where it says whole 8, bitch.
Oh no. I didn't know. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Dude, this is not going swimmingly.
Part of it was you going
Well,
backwards.
yeah, but oh my god. Okay.
Speaking
Anyway.
of creating problems for
Okay.
yourself,
Ran okay,
I'm
Well-
not good enough.
that's not good. God. Oh yeah. Well, I wanted to. Okay. Well, I'll go back to props in a second. Last nitpick. For those of you who didn't stay in the theaters, there is a post-credit scene where Riley's big dark secret is revealed. Underwhelming, man.
Underwhelming.
There's so much potential.
There's so much potential there.
Early in the movie, Riley has Mount Crushmore, and there's both the girl hockey player on there, as well as a video game character, which I think is a nice like allusion to.
Is there a girl hockey player on there?
the girl character is on there? The main
She's
girl she's
on
crushing
there?
on. Yeah.
No, she's not.
Yes,
I don't
she
think that's
is.
true.
She's the far right. Yes, she is.
No, that's Lance. That's the video game character.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong on the placement, but she's on there.
I
I was like, wow, I like that a lot.
would like it too. I just don't think it's in there.
I'm like, well, you're making me doubt myself, but I'm very sure I saw
I
it.
think you should doubt yourself until Michaela checks this for us.
Okay.
I can see her on her phone. She's doing it.
Well, I thought it was a very good, subtle subvert. I was going to give it some praise too of like, I feel like marketing-wise, that's the right way to do it, where it's just well, I mean, like, obviously we want more
Well, then,
direct
but then you can't do the
representation, but, like,
Pouchy thing. Doesn't make any sense.
what? No, she's bisexual. She has men, video game characters, and women on
okay,
there.
that's true. That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm
My
I'm
time
doing
is-
bi-erasure right now.
Fuck me, I'm not good at golf and talking. I was
You're
getting
not good at golf, even when you're not talking. I'm sorry.
I'm not good at talking even when I do golf. So I'm pretty sure about that. But okay, let's say I'm wrong. I would just the the cojones of Pixar, if that had been the door secret, like I'm gay, as like the final words of the movie.
Yeah, it would have been really good.
And then it's kind of like that's like the closet
like
of the mind. Man, I just think
That's a big. Well, the kids that age do think it's a deep dark secret, and sometimes it is for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and then that could be movie 3 too, of like dealing.
Oh,
coming
I
out
totally
like,
agree with you. I don't think they'd ever do it. No cojones.
It could be called Coming Inside Out.
No, what the fuck?
But you lowercase the inside and it's coming out,
God.
but it's coming inside.
Hashtag cancel Austin.
No, because you can't see an alternate universe where all society has that debate where it's like, I can't believe Inside Out said that Riley was gay as her big dark secret, and then the left is like, oh my god, the conservatives are way overplaying this. It was literally the post-credit scene that most of the audience didn't stay to see. You don't see that like alternate reality of.
I do see it. Okay. I wish that were true. It would never be true. Like I wish
never. It's such an easy change.
I just think it's more likely statistically that they were like sort of queer baiting.
I hate myself. What is happening? What did you do? I should have watched.
You gotta hit the middle.
I need to hit the Airstream?
Yeah, well, like when it's not blowing, it acts as a wedge.
Oh.
Like hit the black circle. It's the middle of an angle.
Okay.
But yeah, no, because people were a little bit mad that they knew this was going to be kind of like a queer bait movie, but I don't think it was after all. I think maybe in the promotional material it was, but like in practice, it was just like, oh, she thinks she's really cool, and that's about it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, oh my, what is happening?
Aim a little to the right. Yeah, right there. No, that was good. Okay.
I'm gonna time out again, dude.
You turned it back to where I said more to the right. More to the right. More to the right.
I'm trying. I won't move.
That's fine. Yeah, right there. That'll work. Okay, wait. No, you did it when the thing was on, but that's okay.
I'm running out of time.
Just full hit it.
Hurry up.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst thing that could happen. Oh my god, if you had a second. That would have been so cool too.
Well, I lost the golf match. Let me see if I can win this debate.
What are we debating? I think we both enjoyed the movie.
I liked it more than you, though, and for better reasons.
I mean, I have more reasons because I was in fucking. Hold on. She really likes her. That doesn't seem to come. All of them are guys. Yeah, all of them are guys.
I could have sworn I saw.
No.
I don't remember the name of the character, but I could have sworn I saw a hockey
Valentino.
player.
Valentino.
I could have sworn. Yeah. Man, I could have sworn I saw Val in the crush war. Okay, well, add that to the nitpicks. That should have been on the even if she doesn't fully understand what the feeling is yet, she's crushing.
I'm all for it, but also whatever, you know. Maybe in this specific movie about like who people are, we don't. I mean, it's up to the thing of like, is it performative to do that in this point in time?
I would
like it. I would like it, and I think they would do it well. But I don't.
It's the classic like, am I in love with her or do I want to be her? And like, she thinks she wants to be her, but then nah.
Yeah.
I want to be with her.
You know? What was it called? Mount Crushmore?
Yeah.
That's a funny joke. If I could see it worded differently, then I would accept it fully, I think.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what website Michaela pulled up, but I think
I'm basically pitching it to you as the Disney executive. I'm not saying as what I would have liked. I would have liked if it was that. What you're saying? Anything else you really liked?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna start praising some screenwriting stuff. Screenwriting wise, really good return to normal. You were talking about the beginning of like it started with a hockey match, ended with a hockey match. Ultimately, Riley is sort of the same, but different from the beginning and the end, which is like what you're supposed to do, and it's really hard to master the same but different from the beginning and the end. I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, and I think they did a good job of this is kind of the opposite, but like outlining some of the stuff that they learned from the last movie as opposed to doing the same exact plot, you know, where they were just like accepting a new emotion. They like accepted her a little too hard.
I did write, this is how you do a sequel Incredibles 2. Like, it is effectively the same story. Core beliefs are effectively core memories, but like it feels different. It feels good, and you did take away things from the first movie, rather than just switch Elastigirl for Mr. Incredible, and it's the same story except gender swap.
I think this movie had a lot to do with what I've been thinking about recently about like how everybody. I wrote this question on the letter loop that me and my friends do every month, and it's like, okay, I do think that even in your worst moment, you are doing something that you think is fair. You know, like even when you're being like a complete asshole to somebody, you're doing it because you felt you've been treated unfairly. And it's like, okay, that's the problem behind the I'm a good person, you know? And it's like, in reality, that leaves room.
I played for you, I just realized.
Oh, that's okay. I'll pay for you.
I gave you a really good spot, I think.
I'll give you a good spot. I think you got to do it like this, actually. I'm going to try my best. I'll throw if this is bad.
No, that's good. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's effectively the same.
All right, cool.
It's still your turn because I played.
Oh, yeah, it's still my turn.
Yeah, I get the logic, but Michaela just passed me a note that says there's really not much coverage on Mount Crushmore. There's not like a picture or anything, so
yeah, it's still
I'm really sure I saw it, but like I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it again.
I'm pretty sure Austin. I would have. There definitely would be more coverage on it if there was a girl. That's what I'm about. That yeah, there was not.
But okay,
there would be more coverage. I think that we have to just kind of. I would definitely think that people would go crazy about that, in bad ways and good ways.
I don't know. I forgot what we were talking about, but I'll just say next big thing that I really liked that they basically implied that being a good person is not the objective right answer as a core
Yes,
belief.
that's what I was saying.
I like that a lot.
There's something about like being a good person that leads way to like elitism and like self-justification for actions that aren't correct. But like ultimately maybe the best, most empathetic. What the fuck? I put you over there on accident. The best, most empathetic thing is to be like, oh, I am a person, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's really like that. I was in the same way I complimented the returning back to normal. It's considered really good screenwriting when like main characters are like super sure and it makes perfect sense to the audience that they have the right solution. Let's get this core belief back into the headquarters. That way Riley is back to how she should be and a good person. I mean, my brain was actually kind of turned off. I was actually just enjoying the movie and wasn't like thinking of alternatives in screenwriting and such. But I fully bought into it as the audience. I'm like, yeah, that is the correct answer.
I was hoping they wouldn't do that. I was actually, my brain was on and I was going, God, if this ends with that, I will be sad. Because I think that there's way more to this concept. I'm not even sure how to describe it, but I think there is more. And then I was happy about it specifically that they didn't do that.
I know alternate me would have. Oh, okay, you gotta get it on the way up. I know alternate me would have been like, I feel like they played it safe, and I don't love what they did, but like ultimately, whatever, it's fine. But since this is the way it went, I'm really impressed and glad that they basically said.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want them to play it safe. I thought that was too easy, and I really wanted them to say something because the first movie I learned from. The first movie is a piece of media that I hold up as like, it is truly well thought out enough that I like formulate parts of my personality based on this idea that this person is trying to convey to me. And I still like live by it too, because you know, I'll talk to Michaela all the time about how she is fucking Joy in that movie. We looked at each other because when Joy does the like putting the memories in the back of the head thing, confront it later thing, it was like, that is Michaela. That is so funny. It was so relatably like just talking to her that it was like, oh man, this movie's gonna be about this. I was like, oh man, we're in for another one. Yeah. But then it was about me, and then I was sad. This is such a weird thing to latch onto, I think, but the way they made.
What am I doing? Like, am I
gotta get it?
Know what the pipe is?
Do 3.5 bars, or like 3.25 bar, and then go when the pipe's tilting upwards. When the
people who are just listening to audio are so confused.
Yeah. They don't whatever the fuck. The goblet's for us. Anyways, this is a weird thing to latch onto, but anxiety at the very end, doing the fucking flash phasing shit, absolutely insane. I don't know why, I just attached to it. I was like, this is so like visually relatable. I don't know. That's all I can
wishes
say.
He was the Flash, and like that's what's happening in my mind right now. I'm having a Flash moment.
Shut up. I was kind of, I hate that people have done this. I hate that people have made the joke out of the, it's such a realistic depiction of a panic attack thing. Oh, I hate it because I want to do
What?
it.
Who said that?
They keep making that joke about Puss in Boots.
Oh.
That's like the first realistic depiction of a panic attack in animation or whatever. That's like a big meme. And it saddens me because it took me out of that scene a little bit, but I didn't want it to. So I'm not going to think about that ever again. But,
Why?
you just got to tease it. You just got to eat one stroke, you know?
All right. I'm going to pretend I'm Anger and that this ball is Mr. Pouchy. I'm going to tease it like you said.
Okay. Anger doesn't know foreplay.
And now that I've teased it, I'm going to hate fuck pound it. Fuck.
You could have gotten it. You didn't get it. You actually had to go softer.
I didn't love Mr. Pouchy. I just
didn't love Mr. Pouchy. I didn't love Mr. Pouchy.
No, actually,
are we
did
right
love
about
Mr.
that name? Is it Mr. Pouchy?
I don't know.
We might just be saying the whole fucking name wrong.
Fine.
But okay, I did think so. There's a very clear thing that happened for me where the first Mr. Pouchy joke, that's the beginning of the middle for me, where I'm like, okay. And then the second Mr. Pouchy joke where he comes back and they like face fuck him, was the part of the movie where I was like, okay, from here on out it's good, and then it was good from there on out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. I'm definitely better off that it was a setup than it just being like a big Dora joke, you know. That was gonna hurt me if it was just that. But like them adding more to it later definitely fixes a little bit of it for me. I just think it's funny to like parents who are watching the movie with their kids. What? Oh. I was like, what did you do? I blinked.
I'm probably
gonna end up at the same spot.
Yeah. No.
Oh no.
Okay. Final praises, final criticisms, and then I have one more thing for you, and then yeah, okay, so like any
Pixar
other big
lives.
moment. Pixar slays.
Pixar serves.
Serving cunt.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, when Envy said it's giving whatever, I was like,
oh, it's giving jealousy. Yeah, that's good. Oh, the jealousy scene of the hyper analyzing the eyebrows and stuff. I really like that. I wish that had happened one more time.
I really
with like a different
love
emotion.
Her. I think Envy is the cutest design emotion of the entire cast.
I agree with this.
I want one of those.
Yeah.
I want one. I have one, I guess, in my head.
But like, can you picture like two different happies like analyzing each other? I don't even know what that would be just yet, but like, I think that'd be so interesting.
Yeah. You're talking about the disgust thing. I am talking about Envy.
Whatever. No, Disgust is a really good character design.
You just think she's attractive.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Envy. Envy's cute as shit. Envy's the best designed character.
You know when She-Hulk twerked on She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for me. And Disgust is for me. And
I can
Fiona
see maybe
is
a
for
pattern
me.
Here.
And
you know, there's actually
What's the
joke about this in Homestuck, and I think that's funny.
Why would
Except
you
it's
bring
all
that up in our
blue
review? Now we've lost our hot girl tummy problems and our...
Oh, it's just Pouchy. It's just Pouchy. We've been saying Mr. Pouchy like Dr. Fauci. And I think we should probably
Mr. Pouchy gave you the ouchies? Oh, Mr. Pouchy is full of Dr. Fauci's ouchies.
It's terrible. Awful. Stupid joke. I hate it.
Where's the... Where's anxiety dealing with the coronavirus? What the
anyways,
Riley could come up with the plan. Did you her
right behind the Supreme Court balloon was the CDC administrator balloon.
Nice.
Okay,
we've derailed. Go back. What are the other? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, that was good. 13's good.
Golf is over. Yeah.
Golf is
Jared
over.
won.
Sorry, golf fans. Sorry for the people that were watching golf.
Hey, what the fuck? I finally found Golf with Friends Let's Players.
That's all they look for. They had to listen to our Inside Out 2 review. That's so funny.
The guy with the best
They're
opinions
not even appreciating the level.
Twice. Yeah.
They're just winging it. That guy Austin, he hit it into that same spot 6 times. They don't play with jump on. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I thought it was a solid. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 function.
Oh wait. Oh no.
Okay,
I wasn't done. I had one more thing for you.
Well, I didn't even give my actual score. I said 8 out of 10 function. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna ask. I think this is a good thing. Hopefully, other reviewers don't steal this idea from me. But okay, put yourself in Riley's shoes for a second. I just want to know what your personal things are. Okay, so what do you think your base core belief was before it changed and you became like a complex person? Can you put yourself in like a 13-year-old Jared?
13-year-old.
What was your core belief before you became a complex being?
This is all so stupid.
So you're a hater.
I had to because I had a lot of trauma, and I was just
in the halls of your mind. It was like, I'm a hater.
Yeah, I was a very angry kid. I was a very angry child. I had to be. Nice. Everything was unfair all the time, and you kind of just get angry on the inside.
Nice. I think mine was like, I'm a liar.
Interesting.
Yeah, lying was like my favorite thing.
That's so interesting.
Too long. Yeah.
And you know, that always worries me because you say like, I've been to Sri Lanka, I went skydiving, all this stuff that I've never heard of.
All true.
And it's just one of these days you're gonna reveal that you're a pathological liar.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to hear it from your parents or some shit. That's why Ashton won't meet your mom. Holy shit.
Okay.
Is your name even Austin? It's not.
Anyways.
I had a good thing.
Okay. Deep Dark Secret's probably too soon to ask what that is about for the audience, you know.
Sure.
But, you know, for you viewers at home, you know, you should reflect. B. Riley, what's your Deep Dark Secret in the locked away chamber?
I think I had one at 13. I had one.
I was going to ask you what you think like your 5 new emotions are as an adult. I tend to agree with Inside Out 1 that those are like the 5 core for like a young person. What do you think your 5 new emotions are? And then we'll give scores and then we'll get out of here.
I think I like the movie's framework too much to not use it. So I'm just going to pick 5 from there, 9.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have disgust really.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have fear, anxiety, sadness, joy, and then a 5th one. God, I guess it has to be envy, but maybe just because she's so cute. I would never get rid of that little bitch. She's sticking around. I don't care what it makes you feel. No, but like I do operate a lot on like what will happen next. I do a lot of like calculation on like how this will play out. Like sometimes it's like every word that comes out of my mouth, and it's like that's the part that is the stupid flash scene, you know. But like this shit's powerful. It's crazy. I think I've gotten a lot of control under it to where it's not overtaking a lot of the joy like it is in the movie, but like that's probably my one, like the sadness is the moms for some reason and the anger was the dads.
Oh yeah, that's
know?
better. You did the hard question. I'm just gonna pivot to like core emotion now.
Okay. What the fuck? I'm bearing my soul.
Well, I actually
Austin goes back to I am a liar.
I want to be more nuanced, but yeah, I should have prepped that answer better. I sprung that. That was bad improv. I gave you a really hard question, and I don't have
frequently
have a good
dealing with bad improvisers. What do you mean you don't have a good answer for it?
Well, I want to give more nuance. I like what you did where you picked 5 and the 9. That was good improv and safe and like.
Do you have embarrassment? I'll start there. Besides you,
no, I don't think so. Not as one of the core 9.
Not as one of the core 9. What about like fear and disgust? Do you have those? You have disgust. I think you do have disgust.
I think I have disgust for sure, but it's more like a. See, I feel like I have blends because I think my disgust is usually like a happy, like, I'm happy to point out that that's gross.
Yeah, so like joy, disgust. You do have anger. I think you have ennui.
Yeah.
And then that's 4. You're on 4 already. Sadness? I don't think you have sadness.
I don't
you have
really.
Nostalgia. You have the actual nostalgia joke.
I don't feel like nostalgia's core. I feel like it's just like in the movie where it pops in and out.
Isn't that weird? I really like that joke. I thought that joke was funny every time.
I think it was fine. Yeah. I'm blanking. Give me 2 disgust.
4, you broken son of a bitch.
She's hot.
2 disgust. So they can kiss each other.
And that's what gets joy going. And when they stop, that's when anger comes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right. What's your score of the movie?
8 out of 10 functionally, but 9 out of 10 because of the high concept.
I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 with the prediction that it falls to a 7.5 out of 10 after recency bias fades.
Fair.
This is contentious between us. I think Inside Out's just fine. and it's a 7 out of 10 for me.
No, definitely.
And this
a 10 out of
movie
10 for
will
me.
probably be a 7.5 afterward.
Even the funny stuff in Inside Out was better to me, I think. And this one just feels like a new brand of current day comedy for kids. For me, that is fine. And I'm not saying it's
I
like
just didn't feel
indicatively
like it was
bad
that.
of it.
I didn't feel like it was that filled with comedy. I felt like it
Well,
played
it's just
it
like
pretty straight.
the PS2 character thing that they were doing over and over. It was like, that's fine. That's funny. It's like a Minions movie joke or something, you know?
I don't know. I feel like it was fine.
Which is like a fine
I felt like
joke.
the comedy definitely came from characters to where I felt like the first movie was more just like, well, what funny thing can we think of that a mind might have?
Yeah.
Was like the source of comedy.
Yeah.
And I mean, the sequel just benefits that these characters are now fleshed out, so we don't have to do a lot of.
I guess I didn't really think the
work.
clown was that funny in the first movie.
Yeah.
The clown wasn't that funny. But
Bing
Yeah, no.
Bong is effectively the video game character. It's just we just don't
that's
do it
true.
again.
That's true.
There's an alternate movie where the video
Well,
game
no,
character.
it's not. Bing Bong's not the video game
No.
character. I think the clown is the like.
No,
They occupy
sure.
the same space and amount of space in the movie.
the video game character could have done a noble sacrifice for disgust. That could have happened. There's a plot line.
Sure,
where that
yeah, but they
happens.
didn't, and so that's like
But-
that's good
but-
enough for me to disjoint it.
Oh
you know?
my god! Well,
It was more of a
You
symptom
could
of
have
an
learned
obstacle.
to like that character, and it could have been Bing Bong. Like I'm just.
Sure, but like, okay, here we go. Lance
Okay.
and the clown are both a wacky character that exists somewhere in Riley's mind that they end up using in a way they didn't quite think they were going to. There.
Sure,
And then we never
but-
see them
okay.
again.
Sure.
I feel factually right about that one. I do.
I'm just saying. Well, my main point is the comedy I felt like from this movie is mostly coming from characters, not what funny thing can we think of for a mind. Because like one of
Yeah.
the most reoccurring jokes in the first one is that catchy song that keeps getting stuck in her head, which they make the reference to in this movie as well. But like, I mean, that's ultimately like whatever. That you can replace that with anything. It's not coming from the characters. It's just like, well, here's a funny thing that could be happening. She has a
Yeah.
shitty song stuck in her head. And it's like, okay, yeah. Next, I don't know.
Okay, I can see why you would think this one is better. I just didn't think. In practice, it didn't make me laugh as hard. I think maybe out of all of them, the thing that did make me laugh that hard was going that far into his throat, into Pouchy's throat. It was just like rolling up the sleeve and then his indignant like, "Go for it, buddy!" And like I love it. You should give it a try. It's like, yeah, I've done this before. If that had come like 3
If it
minutes
had come,
earlier
I
into
agree.
his okay, no. If that had come 3 minutes earlier
If it
into
had come 3
Pouchy's,
minutes earlier, I agree. I agree.
if it had occurred, holy fuck, I'm gonna occur. Okay. If there was last 3 minutes less of the screen time and just that joke with Pouchy, it would have been a better character, but there was so much of him. Buddy, it wasn't that funny, dude. You're a middle schooler. Oh my god.
I'm just imagining. I just like it. I
Can't
also,
do
in my
this.
mind, Mr. Pouchy is now filled with Fauci's ouchies, and so him coming is
No,
also
it's
good.
not good. Well, he does have
I like
hammer space, so you can he holds infinite stuff.
You made another Homestuck reference, making our
No, it's not.
audience.
That's not a Homestuck reference. That's Across the Spider-Verse reference.
It was, but
That we gained
But
viewers.
Spider Ham was making a Homestuck reference.
No, he wasn't. Nobody was doing that. Nobody's made a Homestuck reference in 15 years, and I just broke that streak. Anyways,
Infinite Caps Lock.
I do think mine's going to stay at a 9 out of 10 because I mainly give it value because of how high concept it was. I don't think mine's going to lower because I'm just giving it points for doing things right that affect me personally.
I'm gonna set us up for the future, and hopefully, whatever audience we gain wants to hear why I don't like Lord of the Rings. One of my most recent movies, Lord of the Rings, which I hate.
We got to stop you. I like in my heart of hearts, I have to stop the recording so we keep the viewers.
But I was just saying, Inside Out 2 is my next movie, and so by comparison, it's instantly a 9 out of 10 for me. But I think it's gonna fade to a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm willing to share what I don't like
Maybe
about the
that's true.
movie.
Yeah. You did.
Or you can cut it. I'll save it.
About Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
That's for another day, buddy.
Yeah.
Might have to do 2 towers after I go see
People
it
like
this
to
week.
hate watch, and they'll hate watch me explain why I don't like it.
You like to hate watch. A lot of people love to love
I know,
watch.
and they'll hate listen. to
And
me.
I will hate fuck and love fuck. Listen.
And I'll
Hold
come
on, I'm
3 minutes
getting there.
before.
You'll come 3 minutes before? That's like
Okay, we're spiraling
We're spiraling.
into just gross,
All right, ready? This is the new
which
outro.
is my
Smack
favorite
talk.
emotion. Did I give a score? Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah, you give it. It's like 9
Okay.
or 7.5
All right.
out of 10. Say bye.
Leave what you think down below. Bye bye.